Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the second video. Here I am again in my dorm. The topic of this video is going to be getting situated, so I'm going to give you a tour of my very humble abode, and I'm going to talk about just my first experiences with customer service, the trip that I took to Harajuku today, and if anything else comes down the line, then I will add that on as it comes along. So let's go ahead and get started with that room tour. Hello and welcome to the solitary dorm room. Let's just use the key card to get in and go take a look. The first thing you'll notice when you enter the room is a separate space to leave your shoes at the door. You might think you can get away with this because it's your own private room, but they're always watching. Over here next to the door we have a small pantry cabinet for all the cup noodles you can carry back from 7-Eleven. As we move on down the wall here, we come to the bathroom next, truly luxurious in the amount of space that is offered. As you can see, space is surely not an issue at all, given that the shower is about 6 feet tall, and I myself am about 6 feet tall. We now move on to the rest of the room, which can be seen in this single shot. Moving over to the bed, you'll have the time of your life sleeping on a literal rock. Thank goodness I brought my own pillow. A nice wall shelf to hold my random books that I may or may not use. I like to spend my time furiously staring out of this window and waving to whatever locals happen to be unfortunately standing on their patios across the street. Here you can see my extremely cluttered desk and extremely cluttered top of mini fridge. Here's the AC unit whose instructions are in purely Japanese. You can guess how well that's going for me. Finally, we move over to the large closet, which it was not made apparent to me that I would need clothes hangers before I came on this trip. Thank you so much for coming to my house tour. I wanted to talk first about the trip that I took to Harajuku today. I was trusted with taking the group there and sort of leading the navigation, and I may have messed up just a slight bit, but we had all the time in the world and it really wasn't that much of an issue. I did get it right coming back home, so I do know what I'm doing, but it was insane. We ended up going to a very, very crowded but full of stores sort of narrow street in Harajuku, and it was very crowded, for one thing. It was also very neat to walk around and see all of the things that they were selling there. There were restaurants, clothing stores. It was a very active district. I believe Harajuku is known as the fashion district, and it's very popular among the younger kids here in Japan. I ended up getting lunch at an udon place that I don't quite remember the name, but it was very good and very cost effective. I also ended up visiting Toti Candy Factory, which, oh boy, I really went in over my head with the cotton candy that I bought there. But that was good because that was one of my bucket list visit places, so I'm glad I got to check that one off. And I didn't even intend on going there really, I just went to Harajuku and then looked up and it was on the alley that we were walking on anyway. I also went around and drank a lot of water, and yet I'm still pretty dehydrated. I found this brand of water, which it is peach flavored water. Flavored waters that they have here in Japan are so much more potent than they are in America. I'd say that this peach water is probably closer to peach Snapple. Like, it really has flavor to it, and it's very, very good and cheap too. This bottle, I think, came out to 130 yen, which is just over $1 US. So very, very good value there. While in Harajuku, we also visited the Togo Shrine, and that was an experience. We weren't really sure what to do, and so the group of people that I was with and I just decided to observe what was going on rather than try to partake and mess something up. But it was very nice to walk around there, just the scenery, especially for that to be right off of a very busy city area, like a very clearly urban area. And then 5 feet or so off one side street, you hit that, and to see all the koi fish in the water, to walk around, it was very peaceful and quiet. And yet this is a normal thing here, like people who are walking back and forth between getting lunch and going back to their job walk through this area all the time, and it was really neat to see that you can have such a wide range of experiences in Tokyo, from the urban, like shop-filled streets to the very relaxing and tranquil grounds of a shrine. That about covers my experiences for today, which is Friday, May 24th. It's a lot easier for me to record things during this week because classes don't start until the 27th. Hey, coming at you with a different angle for a different day. It's the next day, actually. It is Saturday, May 25th. I don't have much to report on today. I guess the first thing I can talk about is the trip to the grocery store that I took. Pretty uneventful. I used some minor Japanese to try and purchase some snack foods and some other toiletries that I still needed to pick up. I ended up picking up my lunch from Lawson, which is pretty similar to 7-Eleven. They're both convenience stores that carry about the same kind of things, just quick food, snacks, basic necessities. I guess the most shocking thing that happened was there was indeed my first earthquake that I experienced while here in Japan. I believe it registered up to a 5.1 magnitude in the Chiba prefecture, which is about 25 miles from where I am. The earthquake actually ended up waking me up. It happened at around 3:20 in the afternoon. Luckily, no damage was caused in the immediate area, and I'm pretty sure everything around here is fine. The construction of these buildings is actually made so that when earthquakes do happen and spread throughout the country, the energy actually dissipates through the structural systems that have been built in when these buildings are up to code. And it just so happens that the dorm building and the buildings that my classes are in on campus are all up to earthquake code. So, needless to say, I am okay after that earthquake. I guess it was a little startling to be woken up by it, but overall, totally fine. That's gonna wrap it up, so I will see you again soon.